All right, joined by Mike D'Antoni, the head coach of the Western Conference All-Star team, head coach of the Houston Rockets. Mike, congratulations on your success this year. This is your second time around being head coach of the Western Conference in the All-Star game. How is this experience different so far? I know it's a little bit early in the process, but how's it different from the previous one?
Well, both of them are exciting because the biggest thing is you have a great team behind you, and that got me here. So that part of it is exciting. To be able to meet the newer players that I haven't seen for a while or coached or whatever, that's always fun. And just sit back and be a participant. There's not much coaching going to go on. And just try not to tick anybody off and have a good time.
You've got one of your players here, James Harden. What's it like to actually have one of your guys and to be represented?
I'm glad you said one of our guys.
Yeah, one of your guys. We can talk about the voting a little bit later.
We should have had two of our guys, but we do have one. It's just great for him. I mean, he and the rest of the guys are the reason that I get to coach the team. So, but it's always good to watch him play. He's fabulous.
The format is a little bit different this year. It lends itself to a little bit of creativity. Any thoughts on that?
Well, I think it's better. We'll see. First of all, but I think it's better because guys will have a little bit more pride in playing. But still, an All-Star game, you still have a team back home and to dive on the ball or to really, it's tough, and it's to showcase their talents, and you'll see it in different ways. But hopefully it'll be a little bit more competitive. I thought it got kind of bad the last few years, so they're trying to get it better, and then we'll see. Hopefully it works.
To get to this point, at the midway point, you guys certainly came into the season with a lot of promise and potential, but you guys have realized that so far and lead the Western Conference with the best record in basketball at the break. What part of the journey has been the most enlightening or even surprising for you so far?
I don't know about surprising because it's just fun to have a group of guys that really came together and they wanted to come together. That's when it's the best. And all their talents kind of match each other's. So it's not no one's giving something up. James and Chris, obviously that pairing where people might question because of the usage and they have the ball all the time, but they're so willing passers and they're both so great off the ball, on the ball. And then we can keep a Hall of Fame point guard on the floor for 48 minutes, which just overwhelms a lot of teams. So that pairing, I don't know if it's surprising. It's definitely satisfying. It's like, wow, it did work better than even what we thought probably, but you were hoping. And then just guys, the little things of P.J. Tucker's defense, or Imamuti's a lot better than I thought. Eric Gordon's having another great year. Trevor Ariza keeps going. I mean, Clint Capella keeps getting better. Just things like that is just very satisfying.
Yeah, you mentioned James Harden. You've coached two-time MVP in Steve Nash. Harden arguably is the front runner right now as we make the turn towards the home stretch and the end of the regular season. What about James do you think has been better for you this year and has also benefited him? Anything along those lines?
A few things. I think one, he was unbelievable last year. So when I say he's gotten better at something, it means it's hard to do. But he has embraced Chris, and they've figured out how they can help each other and make their games even better. I think that he knows that defensively as a team we weren't as good, and he's taken that on and elevated his game and the rest of our guys. And we've had a lot of defensive players, so that's gotten a lot better. He's really he's focused, and I'm telling you, watch him work and what he does. It's simply amazing. I've never seen a player like what he can do and how he controls the game and how smart he is. And when they try to change rules because of him, it's hilarious because he's so good. And it doesn't matter, you change it, he'll morph into something else because he is one of the best, smartest, and best players out there.
There's so many good players when you get to this weekend. And who are some of the guys, Mike, that you're looking forward to interacting with in the locker room when guys that you'll be coaching on in the actual game?
Well, obviously all the Golden State guys are going to try to wear them out. They'll play 48 minutes and we'll have loose ball drills and have them diving on just four guys, We play 2-on-2 all day tomorrow. It's great. We'll have fun with them. There's Antetokounmpo, he's but in Embiid, I had him. I was assistant, associate head coach for Philadelphia for 6 months. So I know Joel real well. Good guy. That'll be fun. Just so many guys, and I don't want to leave anybody out because I don't know them all.
Sure.
I'll have to look at the roster again.
What does it mean for you to have your staff to be able to share in a weekend like this? You've got a group of guys that do a lot of things that go unseen, off the radar, player development, video, top to bottom. What does it mean to bring them here this weekend?
I think they're excited, and the only reason that I'm even close to being here and the team is where it is because of the work they put in and all they do, and that's from the video coordinators all the way to Jeff Bizdelik, who heads the defense up, and every one of them has contributed in a way that makes my job so much easier. Like James and Chris makes my job easy. They really make my job easy, and it's just you know, to be able to do that for them or to be with them to do this, it's cool.
When you look at your roster Sunday when the ball rolls out, how do you mentioned it before, get your guys to have a level of importance, gravity, intensity in the game on Sunday? It's been something that's been talked about. Is it something that lays with the players?
Yeah, no, it lays with the players. You can go in and give them a Rondo look at you like, yeah, right. No, it starts with them and ends with them, and it always has. This is a player's game, and we try to help and facilitate and all that, but it comes from them. And I think because of all the talk, and then you got Team Steph against Team LeBron and all that, and knowing that, you know, LeBron didn't pick you or Steph did pick you, you know, it's like, okay, now let's play. It's on, you know. And he, you know, he decided that guy was better than this guy. Okay, so hopefully it carries over, but, you know, it's still going to be a fun game. It's still going to be a little bit less intense than the finals that you see in June, but it should be fun.
When you look at your team, not your All-Star team, but your Rocket squad, you got a little break. They've extended the All-Star break for the second consecutive year. Guys have a little bit more time. We were talking about guys getting away. What do you hope to see from your guys that first day when you step back on the court for practice?
Just to be able to roll into, you know, focusing. And it won't be Wednesday when we'll start practicing on Wednesday, but Thursday should be better. Friday we got to come out. We got Minnesota right there, who's in fourth place, I think. But we have 25 games, and you got to focus and take care of business, and we have a chance to finish up first place. Now we have a real hard schedule, so it's going to be tough, but we're looking forward to the challenge and see what happens.
When you look back at your basketball travels and your journey from the NBA, overseas, back, to be where you are now in your coaching career.
Just sit back and laugh. You get lucky. You get lucky.
Is that what it is? Yeah. You're one of the most self-effacing coaches.
No, let me tell you what.
You're one of the most self-effacing coaches I've ever seen.
You don't get Steve Nash. I'm in West Virginia grilling out tonight. I mean, we're good. Right. So we signed a guy, and it's like, wow, you know, man, Murray can move to the 5. Look at that. And Sean Marion is a freak of nature, and he can go to the 4. Right. And we have this unbelievable product. It's like, wow. I mean, and then they changed the rules the exact same time that I wanted to do it. You know, where you couldn't hand check. Right. And then you have an owner like the Colangelos, and they go, yeah, do it, Daddy, play your, you know, whatever you think. Are you kidding me? I mean, so that's you know, being prepared, but, you know, it's a lot of luck involved. There's a lot of coaches can do a lot of things in this country.
When you see how the wave and the trend of the NBA right now is towards the pace and the space, something that, you know, back in the early 2000s you were doing with those Suns teams, where do you see the next step in this going now?
I see me retire. That's about what I see. I'll let somebody else worry about the next step.
You don't have anything new for us?
No, I'm exploiting this step.
Right.
But you know what happened was, too, the defense got really good. And coaches got so honed in on the defensive end that they stifled the offense. The rules a little bit because of hand checking, all that. And they stifled. And now the offense has changed totally. The defense got it. The next one is going to be what the defense is going to do because it's them. You know, if you look at the numbers and stuff, numbers are way up offensively, and defense means they're suffering. So somebody will figure out what to do, and then that's when somebody else will innovate on the offensive end. Right now, the offense is running with it.
Right, that guy will get the guru label, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Mike, thanks a lot for joining us, and good luck in the game on Sunday and continued success this year with the Rockets.
Thanks, man. Thank you.